Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bindi, and on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, the body, and the spirit. If you would like to know how I use subliminals to manifest $650 within 1 week, continue watching. So you might be asking yourself, what are subliminals? I believe that the name comes from the idea of subliminal messaging, which is when someone creates a piece of content like music or a television show that has a message in it that isn't quite obvious to the viewer or the listener. When it comes to law of attraction and law of attraction subliminals, ideally, you want to find subliminals that have positive affirmations and that have uplifting affirmations. All this to say, if you are interested in using subliminals, you definitely want to practice awareness and consciousness. A lot of times people make positive subliminals and they have their own hidden meaning in them, and they just put the positive tag on it just to kind of get your trust. So the best way to figure out whether a subliminal is positive or not is to really check in with yourself and figure out how you feel before you listen to it and how you feel after you listen to it. So as far as law of attraction goes, subliminals are videos or songs with affirmations hidden within the music. And people do this a multitude of different ways. They can lower or raise the frequency of someone saying the affirmations so that the ear can barely pick it up. They can speed the affirmations up, they can slow the affirmations down and make them go with the music a little bit more. There are tons of ways that people create them, and you can also create your own subliminals if you don't feel like dealing with anybody else's, which is actually a good idea too. So now that we understand what subliminals are, I can tell you guys my story. I started listening to wealth subliminals about 2 weeks ago, and the first night I listened to said subliminal, I started having dreams. And I've never dreamt about celebrities before. And the first night I dreamt about Drake, the second night I dreamt about Cardi B, and the third night I dreamt about Nicki Minaj. It was very, very bizarre. And I think that these dreams were kind of pulling to my consciousness from my subconscious, my relationship with wealth. I don't know personally a lot of wealthy people. I know people who are financially stable. I know people who aren't living paycheck to paycheck, but personally, I don't know a lot of wealthy people, and I hope to meet some soon. So I think that the dreams were kind of just bringing that to my conscious and making me really realize that I was creating a caricature of wealthy people, and I only thought that people with money were celebrities or people who put themselves on a pedestal to create entertainment for the world. I didn't think I believed that, but these were the dreams that I was having. And also within the dreams, I wasn't conscious of the fact that the people I was hanging out were celebrities. So it could also be a mixture. It could be that I put people with money on a pedestal, but it could also be my worthiness, because I was hanging out with these people and I wasn't really like fangirling or, starstruck. I was, having dinner with these people and going on dates with these people. So I think that the first thing that the subliminal did was bring my own relationship with money to the forefront and my own relationship with self-worth and money to the forefront. A couple days after I started listening to subliminals, I got a letter from my old apartment complex. I moved out of my old apartment a month ago, and I have been waiting for my security deposit. Not really waiting, but because I didn't expect to get it, but just waiting for a letter to tell me if I'm getting $20 back or whatever. And I got a letter that said I owed close to $400. The letter said that I owed No, it was only $300. The letter said I owed about $320. And I remember thinking, do I need to stop listening to these subliminals because this is the opposite of what I want? And, I was kind of upset, but then time went on, a couple days went on, and I was like, you know what? I don't think this is fair. They were charging me $300 for carpet cleaning. So altogether, they charged me $600 for carpet cleaning because they kept my security deposit and then they charged me money for it. So I was just like, this isn't really fair, and it's on my heart. So what I decided to do was I wrote a letter to management. And just to backtrack, when I got the bill, I called management, I called corporate, I called anybody I could, and I complained. I was just like, this is unacceptable. This is really unfair, because if you've been on my channel for a while, I've shown you my old apartment. Some of the appliances in my apartment were not up to par. Some of the construction in my old apartment was not up to par. So I just wrote a letter saying like, hey, I was a good tenant. There was stuff in my apartment that you guys could have fixed. There were different things that, you know, you guys could have done to be better to me as my landlord. But I didn't really phrase it like that, but that was the tone of the letter. And even afterwards, nothing. I was told there was nothing they could do. This was money that I owed, blah, blah, blah. So about a week later, so now I've been listening to Subliminals for a full week, maybe a week and a day. I call my old apartment and I have my debit card in my hand and I'm ready to just pay the bill. I'm just like, hey, I'm just calling because I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of it being in my mind. I'm just ready to pay it. So then I get told that they read my email and they reconsidered. And not only were they not going to charge me for the cleaning, that they were going to send me my full security deposit. Now, that was literally best case scenario, absolutely best case scenario, because I lived in that apartment for 3 years. There's no reason I should have gotten my full security deposit back. None. Like, I didn't ruin the carpet, the 3 years of carpet use and like not holes in the walls, but just from hanging pictures and hanging a television. Like, there were different things that I did in the apartment. So the fact that I still got my full security deposit back was amazing. And I had planned to pay the whole bill, so I had put the money aside. I put $320 to $350 aside to pay the bill. Got called and told I didn't have to pay the bill and that I was being sent an additional $325, which was my security deposit. Altogether, it was about $650. And to be honest, my mom was a landlord, so I am completely aware that the apartment complex didn't have to do this at all, especially since I called ready to pay it. There was literally no incentive for them to give me my money back or to not make me pay the bill. There was no incentive in it for them. So I do think that the positive thinking encouraged by the affirmations and the fact that, or by the subliminal, and the fact that, you know, I wasn't really sweating over this money because, again, the subliminal helped me be at peace with my financial state. I feel like it aided me a lot in this situation, and it helped me make this money back. So that's really exciting. And yeah, that's my manifestation story. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that I encourage you to at least research subliminals and figure out if it's something that would work with your lifestyle and work with your personality, because I think they're a really cool and laid back way to work on affirmations and work on keeping a positive mindset. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. Good job if you made it to the end. And yeah, I think that's it. Make sure that you like this video so people know that it's cool and that they should watch it. Comment to let me know what you think. Do you listen to subliminals? If so, what are your favorite ones? And last but not least, subscribe. I think that's the one I left out. And I'll also leave a link to the money subliminal I use on a daily basis. Okay guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.